everyone. It's so great to see you all as you come pouring into the daily Antidote room. Look at all you. Look at everybody. You're so beautiful. Scroll through your own device so you can see all these shining faces and bright names. And let's send a great big heartfelt greeting to everybody joining us through the wonders of Facebook Live. Hello, hello, hello. So good to see you here. And great gratitude to Carpe Diem Arts for sponsoring this program, and the mother of all hosts, Jojo Rassi. Yay! And we have our guest here, Barbara McAfee from St. Croix Falls, Minnesota, Wisconsin. She will introduce herself more thoroughly, but in the meantime, I want to welcome you all into this beautiful space. Hello Jojo, hello Barbara, and thank you Erin for securely holding the tech. Hello someone hiding behind this window. Hello Annette and all the curly tops. It's good to see you Ruth and Mary and Elle Rose. Hello Becky Kane, also in BC. Hello Linda in Orcas Island, approximately over there. Hello Arlene Baxter in California. Good to see you Deli and Bronwyn, Loriana, Kachina and someone else. Hello Becky Graber, our partner in full voice work. Hello Bob on your iPhone and LMG. Oh Lynn, please give our love to your dog Darla. She's such a sweetheart and we've met her several times online. Hello Nancy and your gorgeous Irish cow. Hello Jenny and Dawn and Susan G. Good to see you Harriet and James Harkless. Hello Sheila in Florida and Sherry in New Hampshire. Hello Carolyn, and check out that sign there. Yes, it's 727 days of the daily antidote of song. What a remarkable landmark to celebrate. We'll hear a little more about celebrations a little later on. Hello Brian and Susan and Sarah. Hello Kate in Charlottesville. Good to see you Jamie and Trish. Those two among many here also sing with us with the Getting Higher Choir. Hello Bob in Albany, New York, and Jane G. Hello Fred. Hello Bonnie in Boise, Idaho. Hello Ralph, and I'm sure Penny is there somewhere. Great to see you here. We're so glad you sing with us so often. Hello Lynn and Cliff in Vermont. Hello Luda and Mark. I love the way you guys always make those hearts. Good to see you Storm. We send extra love your way. Hello Kevin Ennis. Is it true you're going home? How exciting. Hello Kathy in Virginia. Hello Bob in Tucson and Sharon in Los Angeles. Hello CY Singer, we know you're in Wisconsin. Good to see you. Hello Ray Rassi. Hello Kat Cox. Hello Kate Wandering. Hello Aloysius, wherever you are. Hello Cricket and Sue and Hoda. I feel like I know you. Hello Julie in Ontario. Hello Diane Weinstein and everyone here. I'll just take one more peek. I think we've got everyone. It's so great to be here with the antidote of song. It's going to be a fabulous day, and we're excited to introduce our friend Barbara McAfee. She's got a delicious song for us here. Let's get right to it. Hello Barbara and welcome
the song.
Thank you, thank you. And Barbara, I first heard about Barbara through my sister Diane Baker, who's done some workshops with Barbara over the years, and they've become great friends. And Diane would occasionally teach me songs that Barbara has written. I thought, who is this amazing person? Then we heard her album, and then we knew that we have to get to know her even better, and perhaps entice her out west so she could be a guest artist with the Getting Higher Choir. And I think as soon as we actually let her speak and let her sing, you'll get a sense of why.
Welcome, Barbara.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's such a joy and honor to be here. My goodness, I feel thrilled and tickled. So here's the song. It's got a singable chorus, and you'll catch it. You don't even need to look at the lyrics. They're buried back among all the chitter chatter in the chat box. So you'll catch it quickly. It's a love song to the planet.
Some of you already know it.
Yeah, some of you know it. And you can make your own harmonies if you know how to do that. Or even if you don't. There are songs in the soil and the rivers and trees, and the ears of your heart can hear them. And some come alive in the meeting of eyes when you take the time to see them. I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. That last part, that's the repeating singable chorus. There are songs in my bones won't leave me alone, calling for creation, and some that fly on the whispering wind, seeking incarnation. I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. There are songs in the clouds that shout out loud in the dark voice of the thunder, and some that shine in the cool blue fire that splits the sky asunder. Hey! I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. There are songs that ride on the dancing tides that swirl through all the oceans, and some that dream in the bitter seed that grief will set in motion. I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. Hey!
Woohoo! What fun.
Wonderful.
I love that. What a gorgeous, gift of gratitude and inspiration from the earth. And Barbara, we understand that you are certainly a lover of this planet and many things. Spend time outside. Tell us a little about how you often spend your mornings.
Yes, I live in St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin, in what is traditionally Ojibwe and Lakota land. And the St. Croix River is the river of my childhood. It's a wild and scenic protected river, one of the cleanest in the United States. And it called me home during COVID. It said, you, come home, come out of Minneapolis and come back here. And so I spend a lot of my mornings, I walk from my little house down into this state park and jump in the St. Croix River. And the last date I did that was December 5th until yesterday. I thought April Fool's Day was a good day to go back in the water. I had to chop a little ice at the edge, and then I just go in very briefly and breathe, and then I come out and I feel like a superhero. I feel deeply alive and also rather chilly, and then I come home and have tea.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
this morning I saw a fox for the first time down there, and had 7 trumpeter swans flying right over my head. It was pretty magical.
Wow.
Wow. Gorgeous.
Lucky me. So there are songs everywhere down there. I have written, since I moved here, I've written a number of songs that feel like they were gifted directly from this place.
I think we have some other, cold water swimmers, dippers in the group here, and some people may have heard your other songs of yours, like your song "Jewels" is another one that I think has traveled through many networks. But yeah, Barbara has. You have recordings if people wanted to access those. How would they do that?
I have physical CDs. Remember those antiques? I have those. You can just contact me through my website and I can send you. There's little samples. And then I'm all over iTunes and Spotify and all the places. So, and then just a lot of my songs are available just for the joy of listening on SoundCloud, also just under my name.
Yeah, lovely.
Great.
And we
Go
may
ahead.
have a little inside information. I'll just flash this up the screen. Tell us about this, Barbara. What is this beautiful, colorful thing I'm holding in my hand, and what on earth
Oh,
does
for
it have?
gosh sakes, that's my book called Full Voice, The Art and Practice of Vocal Presence that I was shocked to write. I write songs and make CDs, and suddenly one thing led to another, and this approach that I cooked up for voice, somebody invited me to write a book about it, and I said, oh, for sure, I'll do that. So it's about 10 years old, and I am now training people like yourselves and Becky, who's also on this screen, to carry this work in the world, because I think it seems to work for people, and it's also fun and practical and transformational. All those things.
Tell us a little more about it. People might be curious about the program.
Well, yeah, I love getting this into the minds, bodies, and voices of singers, because it's kind of a fun little secret decoder ring for all these sounds. I like to start with sound. A lot of speaking or singing is very much trying to get it perfect, and I kind of start like, let's just make a lot of racket and play with our voices, and then discover. I use 5 different elements to describe particular sounds in the voice: earth, fire, water, metal, and air. And so in this approach, we exaggerate each of those 5 in a playful way, and then I talk about how they're useful in expressing certain human qualities in the world, and also they're great for singing with a variety of things. So I thought it'd be fun to take people through a little supermarket sample
Go for it.
those 5 using laughing, because why would we not laugh? Is that all right?
Please.
Yeah. Do you want people's mics open or closed? Ha, just kidding.
I think our ears would bleed a little bit. But if you guys wanna stay off mute, you could be
Okay.
the guinea pigs. So we're gonna start with earth, and each of these voices is sourced in a different part of the body. And earth is sourced in the feet, legs, hips, and pelvis, the pooper and the pisser. And for this one, it's a very dark and open, yawny sound. So we're gonna laugh kind of like Santa Claus. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Join me. Oh, ho, 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 ho. All right, so this is how the earth voice sounds in an exaggerated way. But if I just bring my earth voice into how I speak, this is how it sounds. And it's good for projecting authority, getting really grounded and calm, and accessing your gut or animal instinct. And also great for singing the blues, right? If you've had Melanie DeMore on here, you know
Oh, yeah.
that is what an earth voice really sounds like, right? Dear beloved Melanie. Fire is sourced in your belly and solar plexus, and for this is kind of like a shout. So we're gonna laugh kind of like I have a certain friend, and you do too, who laughs like this.
Come on, everybody.
Oh, That's fine. I just imagine entering the room at this exact moment, going like, "What did they say? Why was so funny?" Anyway, all right. So there's earth, fire, and fire is good for expressing passion, for being seen and heard, and also just getting more physically vital and awake in your body. All right. So now we have water. That is sourced in the heart and throat area. And for this one, we're going to laugh like one of my very favorite characters for this work is Julia Child. And everybody be up there, up in the high voice, no matter your gender. All right, there's Julia. A few glasses of Chardonnay in. All right. And if I bring that voice down into more how I would normally talk, what this voice is good for is anything your heart has to say. Expressing compassion, empathy, welcome, affirmation, all those kinds of apologies work well here. And it's great for singing lullabies, because otherwise the babies would not go to sleep. Rock-a-bye, baby would not fly. So it's really good for singing in that flowing, warm, heartful way. So now we have metal, which is sourced right here in the mask, in the face. And you know who we're going to do for this one. We're going to do the witch. That's just horrible and wonderful. So if I bring that voice down into more how I would normally talk, it's just a little brighter than normal. For those of you who lead groups of singers, if you ever are in person ever again, and you don't have a microphone, this can help you get your voice louder without strain. So mostly this is good for getting louder. And it's, in terms of singing, it's like bluegrass, Balkan, country, all of those things that are very bright and twangy up here.
Nadia was here a week or two ago teaching about the Ukrainian songs, and it's all from there.
It is all from there. And a fun fact is that I've noticed that peoples who live in mountainous regions often use this sound, like in the Appalachians, in the United States, in the Balkans, Chinese opera, yodeling in Switzerland. So I just find it very interesting that the landscape kind of takes us here. So one to go. We've had earth, fire, water, metal. Now we have air, which is sourced up here in the crown and beyond. And this is a lot of air with a little sound in it. And to kind of isolate and exaggerate this quality, we're going to laugh like babies. Okay, so lots of air and lots of sparkly eyes and teeth. Oh my gosh, this makes my cheeks need a massage. All right, so if I take that little voice and I bring it more down into how I would normally talk, this is how my air voice sounds. And the air voice is good for storytelling, once upon a time. It's also good for talking about an idea in the future. I have an idea. And that it also, I believe, connects us, like the earth connects us to the ground. This connects us to the heavens, to the divine, to the solar winds, the spirit that moves through all life. And in singing, this can be, it's like bossa nova, a lot of jazz, or it can be sometimes those floaty Irish Enya kinds of, that kind of singing that you really mustn't be operating a motor vehicle when you're singing up there, because you get kind of spacey. So there are the 5 elements in laughter.
Wow.
Earth, fire, water, metal, air.
Wow, that's just a brilliant, Barbara. And if people have a hunger or desire to like learn more, because we've already all fallen in love with you right here, how would they do that? How do they, or are there opportunities coming up? What's going on? How do people get more?
Well, there's an imminent opportunity. I have a couple more spots left in my Full Voice Fundamentals online class that starts this coming Wednesday at noon Central, and fill in all the blanks. And it runs for 5 weeks. It's just a 90-minute class for 5 consecutive weeks. We do a deep dive into all 5 elements, and then there's fun little practices in between and creative projects. And I just do that one regularly. I'll probably do another couple series in the fall as well if the timing doesn't work. And then, as you all know, I'm training people to carry this work in the world as well. And there's tons of information about all that at barbaramcafee.com.
Yeah.
So if you have questions or ideas or thoughts or objections or inspirations, just write me an email. I always love hearing from people.
Yeah. Fantastic. And I can, with an emphasis, I love the way you said fundamentals, because I did that course last year sometime. It's Blur's Day or whatever it is. Anyway, and it was certainly a whole lot of fun. So highly recommended.
Yeah, it's only a group of 9, so it's pretty intimate. And yes, I also have a TEDx talk on this, and also one on the power of oral tradition community singing, where I get 1,000 people in Bend, Oregon singing, and then they all decide to stop on a dime, which I still cannot get over. So that's all on my website too. But the TED Talk, I do an 18-minute version of what I just did. So there's lots and lots of resources out there.
We've had lots of fun with Barbara. When she came to be our guest artist here, she stayed in our home.
Yeah.
We sang together in this room. She led some fantastic singing. And if you're interested, our YouTube channel has the whole concert, including a great set that Barbara did on her own and with our fabulous bass player, Oliver Swain. You remember him?
Yeah.
Yes,
like
dreamy.
Fire.
Dreamy in every way, Oliver Swain.
Yes. Yeah. Well, Barbara, that was so much. I'm so glad all the stars aligned that you could be here today. And I have a hunch you're going to be seeing more of us, possibly here again and in other venues. And that song, we love it too. That's why we've sung it every couple of weeks, perhaps on our Wednesday night singing. But can we do it again? Can we do the whole thing?
Yes, and actually we're going to do it with the CD version, the recorded version, because there's some harmonies on there, and I thought it'd be fun to do it in a different way. So here we go.
I will highly recommend the CD by that name. There was a CD called There Are Songs.
There Are Songs, correct.
Another collection.
All right.
Yeah, that's my most recent one. So, all right, friends, thank you so much. What an honor. Here we go.
Carry on.
All right, come on now. There are songs in the soil and the rivers and trees, and the ears of your heart can hear them. And some come alive in a meeting of eyes when you take that time to see them. I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. There are songs in my bones won't leave me alone, calling for creation, and tongues that ride on the whispering wind, seeking incarnation. I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. There are songs in the clouds that shout out loud in the dark voice of the thunder, and some that flash in the cool blue fire that splits the sky asunder. Hey! I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. There are songs that ride on the dancing tides that swirl through all the oceans, and some that dream in the bitter seed that grief will set in motion. I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me. I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move In me, I will listen to the deeper story. I will see how life's gonna move in me.
Woohoo! What fun!
Woo!
Yay! Ah.
Thank you, Barbara. That's a great song. Look at all the percussion instruments
It's like,
and the
yay,
clapping
bring
and the
it all out.
dancing and yeah, you got us moving here.
Look at all are those. Oh, apples, percussive apples, perhaps. Hard to tell what that was. Anyway, yeah. Oh gosh, what fun! And I look forward to more people connecting with you. And I have a hunch you'll be invited back here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, what a wonderful way to enliven and brighten our day and inspire us to keep on keeping on with songs like that. And I'm wondering, there may be an announcement to make about some upcoming events. Joe, was there anything you wanted to add or inject? Okay, we know that there's we're heading into like the third year
Yeah.
of Daily Antidote, and there will be some special things happening early next week to recognize that.
Check the chat for an
Yes.
invitation to send photos. Today is the deadline, folks. You got to send something in. There's lots of ideas there, and in the email you got this morning, that would tell you some ideas of what you can send in to be part of this wonderful thing. Is that what you were going to say, Joe? Yeah, okay.
Great.
Ah.
Well, it's been a delight, and we will sadly say goodbye, but we know this happens every day, so we can all pile back in here for more of this uplifting inspiration, encouragement with tomorrow's guest. And in the meantime, we will say goodbye to the folks who've joined us faithfully on Facebook Live. Great to have you with us. Come back tomorrow. And then we will sing everybody out and come back tomorrow.
All right. Goodbye, Facebook.
All right. Here we go.
All right.
Ah.